Do you still remember the taste of a freshly baked chocolate cake, soft and warm? The sweet frosting is melting on your tongue. The gentle hiss of a soda can popping open, cool and refreshing, like summer bursting in. And that Monday morning cup of coffee, rich, aromatic, awakening both your mind and your memories. Back then, your legs were light. You walked without thinking, climbed stairs without stopping halfway. You strolled under the sunset, hand in hand with your loved one, never worried about a sudden cramp tightening your calf. But today, things have changed. How many times have you been jolted awake at night by a leg cramp clamping your calf like a vice? You try to stretch, you try to rub it out, you try not to cry out so you don't wake anyone. But deep down, you feel helpless, tired, and even a bit confused. Why is this happening? What did I do wrong? A leg cramp isn't just a pain, it's a message, a small cry from a body that's out of balance. According to the Mayo Clinic, leg cramps in seniors often occur due to a loss of key electrolytes like potassium, magnesium, and calcium, essential minerals that help muscles contract and relax properly. And the truth is, we're unintentionally stripping those nutrients away every day with just a sip of coffee, a handful of chips, or a dinner that's too salty. A study from Harvard Health Publishing shows that foods high in caffeine, refined sugar, sodium, and phosphates don't just deplete minerals, they can also trigger abnormal muscle contractions, leading to cramps, especially in adults over 60. So what's silently harming your legs? It's not your age. It's not just a natural part of getting older. It's the everyday foods you trust, foods that seem harmless. Why should you watch this entire video? Because it will help you understand 4 food groups that seem innocent but increase your risk of leg cramps. Learn the science explained simply, not complicated like a textbook. Discover healthy alternatives so you don't have to give up flavor. Just change the way you care for your health. Hope begins with the smallest things. One right meal can be a big step towards sleeping better, walking stronger, and living freer. No need for expensive medication, no need for complicated treatments, just the knowledge of what to avoid. Stay with me on this journey, a journey to bring your legs back to strength and freedom, like those beautiful days from long ago. Food groups to avoid. In today's video, we'll explore 4 common food groups that silently harm seniors' legs, especially those who frequently suffer from muscle cramps. But we won't just list the foods to avoid. I'll go deeper to help you understand why each group is linked to cramps and muscle spasms, how they affect your electrolytes, nerves, and muscles, what might happen if you keep consuming them regularly, and most importantly, what healthy swaps can help you enjoy similar flavors without sacrificing your health. The 4 groups of foods to avoid, foods high in caffeine, includes strong coffee, concentrated tea, energy drinks, and dark chocolate, caused by dehydration and electrolyte imbalance, which lead to sudden leg cramps, especially at night. Foods high in refined sugar includes candies, soda, cookies, sweetened jams, trigger low-grade inflammation and affect neuromuscular function, resulting in fatigue and abnormal muscle contractions. Processed and salty foods includes sausages, deli meats, instant noodles, canned goods. High sodium causes water retention, but depletes key minerals like potassium and magnesium, raises the risk of muscle spasms. Foods that reduce mineral absorption includes sodas, rich in phosphate, alcoholic drinks, inhibit the absorption of calcium and magnesium, 2 essential minerals, to prevent cramps in older adults. Now let's take a closer look at why you should avoid them to help reduce painful leg cramps. Group 1. Foods high in caffeine. Have you ever thought, 1 cup of coffee in the morning can't hurt, it just helps me stay alert? Or, a strong cup of tea every afternoon is a lifelong habit, why change now? But few people realize that even a small cup of caffeine can be the final straw that triggers those painful nighttime leg cramps, leaving older adults exhausted, anxious, and even afraid to fall asleep. Common symptoms in seniors who consume too much caffeine: nighttime leg cramps, especially in the calves, light twitching or muscle spasms while resting, trouble falling asleep, waking up tired, dizziness when standing up suddenly, rapid heartbeat or a sense of unease while at rest. Why is caffeine linked to leg cramps? Silent dehydration. Caffeine acts as a natural diuretic. It increases urination, which quietly leads to fluid loss, and the depletion of key electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, two minerals crucial for proper muscle function. Overactive neuromuscular reflexes. Caffeine stimulates the central nervous system, causing heightened excitability in the nerves that control muscles. This can lead to unnecessary muscle contractions, one of the most common causes of cramps. According to the Mayo Clinic, nighttime cramps are often linked to mild dehydration and loss of minerals, and caffeine is a common but overlooked trigger. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consume more than 250 milligrams of caffeine per day, roughly 2 to 3 cups of coffee, had a 23% higher risk of developing low potassium levels. Why should seniors limit caffeine if they suffer from cramps? Because after age 60, the kidneys and nervous system slow down. What once felt mild to a younger body can become a disruptive force in an aging one. Every cramp is a message from your body. I'm lacking something, don't ignore it. Gentle habit swaps to protect your legs. Instead of drinking strong, caffeinated coffee in the morning, try decaf coffee or even mushroom-based coffee, which offers a similar warmth without overstimulating your nervous system. If you enjoy black tea or concentrated tea, consider switching to herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint, which are soothing and promote better sleep. For those who rely on energy drinks, a better alternative is simply filtered water with a slice of lemon and a pinch of sea salt, hydrating and rich in natural electrolytes. And if you crave dark chocolate over 85%, try 72% dark chocolate or wholesome snacks made from oats and seeds, which satisfy your sweet tooth while being gentler on your system. You don't need to give up your favorite things. You just need to choose more mindfully. A warm cup of calming tea before bed may help you drift into deeper sleep and wake up without the stabbing pain in your legs. Taking care of your health in later years isn't about big dramatic changes. It begins with the quiet choice to adjust what's familiar, just enough to feel stronger, sleep better, and live more freely. Group 2. Foods high in refined sugar. What harm could a little sweetness do? That's what most of us used to think, especially when it comes to buttery cookies, soft candies, fruit jam, or a fizzy soda. They bring back memories, picnic days with the grandkids, birthday parties with family, and quiet moments of self-reward after a long day. But that sweetness may now be what's making your legs ache at night. Common symptoms of eating too much refined sugar: leg cramps that increase in the afternoon or during the night, tightness in the calves when standing for long periods, quick fatigue, especially after sweet snacks, mild swelling in the feet and ankles, irritability and trouble focusing, signs of blood sugar fluctuation. How refined sugar affects your muscles, triggers low-grade chronic inflammation. According to Harvard Medical School, refined sugar activates inflammatory responses in your cells, which affects blood circulation and the ability of nerves to send proper signals to your muscles. Causes rapid blood sugar swings. Sugar enters the bloodstream quickly, insulin spikes, rebound low blood sugar, sudden energy loss and muscle cramps due to electrolyte imbalance, depletes essential minerals. Sugar increases the excretion of magnesium through the kidneys, one of the most important minerals for preventing cramps and muscle tightness. A study by the National Institutes of Health, NIH, found that older adults who consumed high amounts of added sugar had twice the risk of developing low blood magnesium levels. The Journal of Gerontology also reported that sugar-induced low-grade inflammation is directly linked to muscle pain, fatigue, and reduced mobility in seniors. Why should older adults prone to cramps avoid refined sugar? Because as we age, our body's ability to maintain internal balance or homeostasis weakens. Refined sugar disrupts this system, throwing off everything from hormones to electrolytes, and that can set off a domino effect where just one piece of candy leads to one long night of pain. Smart swaps, still sweet, but safer. Instead of sugary sodas, try filtered water with thin apple slices and a pinch of cinnamon. refreshing and gently sweet without the crash. Replace processed cookies and baked goods with oven-toasted oats mixed with ripe bananas for a naturally sweet and nourishing treat. Trade store-bought jam for steamed apples, baked pears, or naturally dried apricots. Fruits that retain their fiber and nutrients. And instead of gummy candies or overly sweet chocolates, enjoy a few squares of 70% dark chocolate or a handful of cinnamon roasted almonds. Memories don't need sugar to survive. You don't have to give up sweetness to stay healthy. You just need to swap wisely so that joy remains, without the cost of nightly cramps. Caring for yourself in older age isn't about being strict. It's about being selective. Let your sweetness nourish you, not hurt you. If you're still watching this video at this point, it means you truly care about your health or the health of someone you love, and I deeply appreciate that. If this video has given you a new perspective, a helpful piece of information, or simply a sense of being understood, please click like to help this video reach more people. Don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I always read and listen to every message you share. And if you find this content helpful, please click subscribe so we can continue this journey together in the upcoming videos. Now let's move on to the next part. 3. Processed and high-sodium foods. Is there anything more convenient than a hot dog? Just a few minutes and dinner's ready. A pack of instant noodles, some deli meat, or a can of pre-seasoned soup. They're lifesavers on the days you don't feel like cooking. And let's be honest, many of us have enjoyed that salty, savory flavor since we were young. But that familiar saltiness may now be costing you a leg cramp, a sleepless night, or a hesitant step. Common symptoms of high-sodium intake. Leg cramps when changing positions suddenly. Calves feeling tight like guitar strings after walking long distances. Mild numbness or swelling in the feet by evening. Trouble sleeping or a racing heartbeat after salty meals. A stiff, pulled feeling in the legs when waking up in the morning. How salty and processed foods cause harm. Water retention, mineral loss. Sodium salt causes the body to retain water, which can lead to mild swelling in the limbs. But at the same time, it increases the loss of potassium and magnesium, two minerals essential for proper muscle relaxation. Disrupts muscle nerve function. High sodium levels interfere with nerve signal transmission, making muscles more prone to sudden contractions and inability to relax, both of which lead to cramps. Additives and preservatives affect nerve health. Compounds like nitrates, glutamates, and phosphates can disturb the electrical balance of nerve cell membranes, especially in seniors with already weakened nervous systems. According to Cleveland Clinic, a high-sodium diet increases urinary potassium loss, meaning your body excretes more potassium through urine. A study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society reported that adults consuming more than 2,300 milligrams of salt per day had a 30% higher risk of developing muscle cramping and dehydration-related complications. Why should seniors with leg cramps avoid processed and salty foods? Because after age 60, the body loses efficiency in regulating water and electrolytes. If you eat salty foods and live a low-activity lifestyle, your internal balance weakens. Cramps become the body's warning sign. And if you also have high blood pressure, excess sodium puts even more strain on the heart and kidneys. Smart swaps to protect your health. Instead of sausages or deli meats, try shredded boiled chicken, steamed fish, or tofu, all flavorful, protein-rich, and much lower in sodium. Replace instant noodles and fast food with vegetable-based glass noodles, oatmeal porridge, or a bowl of light homemade broth. Instead of canned fish or meat, opt for freshly grilled fish or slow-cooked stews made at home, where you can control the salt level. And instead of regular table salt, consider using pink Himalayan salt, potassium-based salt, or natural spices and herbs to flavor your meals more gently. Salty doesn't always mean delicious. Sometimes just the right amount is enough to live well. You don't need to change your habits by force, just by listening to what your body truly needs. Every time you choose a little less salt, you're giving your legs another chance to move freely, without pain. 4. Foods that block mineral absorption. Have you ever asked yourself, why do I still get leg cramps even though I take calcium and magnesium supplements? The problem may not be a lack of nutrients, but rather your body's inability to absorb them. And the culprit might just be the everyday drinks you use to refresh, relax, or unwind. Typical foods and drinks in this group include carbonated beverages like cola, soda, and bottled energy drinks, alcoholic beverages such as beer, cocktails, and sweet wines, common symptoms from regular use, more intense leg cramps after meals with alcohol or soda, a light stabbing feeling in your calves after walking, numbness or tingling in the feet at night, fatigue upon waking, even after a full night's sleep, stiff joints and muscles in the morning. How these affect your body: phosphates in soda block calcium and magnesium absorption. Ingredients like phosphoric acid in fizzy drinks bind to minerals in your intestines, forming insoluble compounds that can't be absorbed. Your muscles end up undernourished and prone to cramping. Alcohol reduces absorption and increases mineral loss. Alcohol damages the intestinal lining, where magnesium and potassium are absorbed. It also acts as a powerful diuretic, causing your body to flush out electrolytes through urine. Chronic dehydration and nerve disruption. Alcohol plus carbonation equals rapid fluid loss. The result is dehydrated muscles, irritated nerves, and a higher chance of cramping. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, people who drink soda 3 or more times a week have 15 to 18% lower magnesium levels than non-soda drinkers. Cleveland Clinic also warns that even light alcohol intake can impair nutrient absorption in adults over 60, especially when consumed in the evening. Why should older adults with leg cramps avoid these drinks? Because after age 60, the gut lining becomes thinner, digestive enzymes weaken, and any barrier to absorption hits harder than ever. You may take a calcium supplement in the morning, but if you drink soda in the afternoon, that effort may be wasted. Healthy swaps that let you relax without harming your body. Instead of sugary sodas, try light lemon water with a pinch of sea salt. It's cooling and supports hydration. Swap cola for unsweetened herbal iced teas like hibiscus or lemongrass, which calm the nerves without stripping minerals. Rather than ending the day with a cold beer or cocktail, reach for a glass of fresh coconut water or unsweetened almond milk, both gentle and nourishing. And instead of a sweet dessert wine, enjoy a warm cup of lotus tea or a diluted pomegranate juice, rich in antioxidants and kind to your circulation. Your body is a finely tuned machine. Don't let it be thrown off by nutrient-empty habits. One evening without alcohol or soda can mean one full night of sleep, no cramps, no jolts awake. You deserve that just by making small, caring choices each day. Final thoughts. Every small choice strengthens your step. Dear friend, as we reach the end of this journey, I want you to understand one thing clearly. Leg cramps are not the price of growing old. They're your body's way of gently saying, it's time to take better care of me. Together, we've looked at caffeine, the wake-up drink that quietly robs you of minerals. Refined sugar, a fleeting sweetness that can bring restless nights. Salty, processed foods, convenient but destabilizing to your body. Sodas and alcohol, silent disruptors that block absorption. But here's the beautiful truth. You don't have to give up everything. You just have to choose again with knowledge and compassion. A warm cup of tea instead of a soda, a steamed veggie bowl instead of canned meats, a magnesium supplement before bed instead of an evening cocktail. These small things are the greatest gifts you can give your legs, and you are not alone on this journey. Millions of older adults are also learning to eat better, live more softly, and love themselves again. One meal, one step, one peaceful sleep at a time. If you found this video helpful, click subscribe to receive more health tips for graceful aging. Tap like to help others discover this message and leave a comment. Whether it's a question, a thought, or just a hello, I'm always listening. You are always heard.